All right, have and have not fans. Sorry for my unexplained absence, but this is usually the part where I go into the theory. But honestly, for this particular video, this has to do with a little bit of a life story. Don't worry, the title, The Black Sedan, will come into play, but just kind of hear me out here. Now, this past weekend, I went home because the annual Harvest Festival back in my hometown in South Boston, Virginia, or Halifax County, was actually happening on Saturday. I have not been to this festival in at least 3 years because every time the Harvest Festival is happening, I usually have to work that Saturday. Fortunately, I don't have to work Saturday in October until the very last week. So I decided to go home, have fun because I haven't went, have time, spend time with my nephew, mom, and whatnot. I'm 30 seconds away from my parents' driveway. Literally, I'm 30 seconds away from the driveway. The next door neighbor, basically, I got in a car accident. I had the right of way. He didn't see me, so he literally turned when I was passing by, hit the back of my car on the driver's side, and basically the back of the driver's side, sent me off the road. I was heading straight for a power line, power pole, whatever you want to call it, but I was able to quickly maneuver the vehicle into the ditch, and I swerved, and I got myself back out. Pretty much almost pulled a 180 spin in the car. And first of all, I'm okay. Me and the driver, again, he was in a golf cart. How he is not dead or anything is beyond me, but we were both okay. That's the important part. But I wasn't at fault. Insurance, on his end is covering everything. So basically, things are getting resolved. I was just shaken, not stirred. And that's why I've had an absence from doing videos, because how I usually tell you in the videos, like, hey, you know what, I was on the phone with my mom, or hey, I went home for the weekend and me and my mom talk about the haves and the have-nots. So typically speaking, I'm not going to lie, most videos, I do them, when I'm in the mood, but sometimes if there's an opinion or a theory that I really need a second opinion on, I'll either ask you, the audience, of course, but I also talk to my mom about it, just because it's good to always have another person's perspective. But obviously enough, this accident took the priority over the weekend, so I didn't even have time to think about the haves and the have-nots. And I mean, it was just one of those things where my life didn't flash before my eyes, I guess. And again, I told the other driver, because I literally stopped the car, made sure the car was off and everything, and I got out, and I was like, he was literally shocked that I was not even harmed. But hey, that's God for you. That's God. Like, I got out of the car unscathed. And I just said joke. Well, he said joke. Well, he asked me, he's like, yo, I mean, I'm glad you're okay, but how the hell did you learn to drive like that? And jokingly, but honestly, God's truth, this is true. He's like, how'd you learn to drive like that? I'm like, Grand Theft Auto. Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's honestly, I mean, that's how I learned those quick maneuvers. And then when the tow truck came to pick up the car, he was just like, okay, I seen the marks in the road and the damage in the ditch. It's like, it's a miracle you were able to control the vehicle. How were you able to do that? And I was just like, well, Grand Theft Auto, but also Mario Kart. And also, I don't know if I have any Mario Kart fans and listen to this video, but I ain't gonna lie, I sucked at that game so bad when I was a kid. I haven't played it since I was in like maybe 6th grade. I remember Rainbow Road. For the life of me, I could not make it past Rainbow Road. I would always drive off of it by either myself by accident, or when somebody hit me with a turtle shell or something like that and I spun out of control. But I could not for the life of me get off of that road. So I guess you could say I have a lot of experience in off-road driving, so to speak. But long story short, I'm okay. The other guy's okay. He claimed fault. There was no animosity, because ironically enough, it was the next door neighbor. Really had no business driving a golf cart in the road anyway, but that's besides the point. He knows my dad. They got it set. Basically it's being figured out now. So I just wanted to let you know that's the reason why I haven't been making videos in the past week, even though, well, the past week. But really, aside from that, the reason I'm making the video is, again, aside from God making sure we're both okay, but I just wanted to do a video because this was just something that I could not believe it when it happened. Okay, so on Monday, I'm literally stuck at home the entire weekend. On Monday morning, tow truck came out there because, again, this happened Saturday morning, so like the insurance company and whatnot, all these places are closed. I'm stuck at home all weekend. I didn't even go to the festival because I was too busy trying to find a rental, which they had none. So I wasted my entire day chasing after a rental that I couldn't even get. Monday, oh, excuse me. Monday morning, Enterprise calls me, tells me to have a vehicle. My sister carries me over there. I get there, and you will not believe what vehicle they had. A black sedan. And as soon as I saw black sedan, I went off because all I could think about was the haves and have-nots. Remember, the black sedan was the vehicle that Wyatt took from Jeffrey during the whole Benny and Little Lizzie hit and run incident. And of course, they finally found the black sedan at Benny's tow yard, like what, 2 or 3 seasons later. So I just thought that in the midst of this, serious event that happened, the accident, I just found, and again, I feel like that's one of those God sense of humor kind of things. Like, after all said and done, the accident happened. I didn't even talk about the haves and the have-nots that weekend. At the end of the day, he found a way to throw a have and have-nots reference into my life, a black sedan. And I would take pictures and show you, but I'll tell you what, before I drove it home, and my mom got off of work, because I was heading back to Lynchburg, of course. I actually missed work on Monday because of this incident. And my mom saw it in the driveway, and before I can even tell her what happened, in terms of like, hey, I got the rental and this have not. She's like, give me the keys. I'm like, what? Because the car was so nice and crisp, she wanted to drive it. So I'm just like, okay, Mom, I'll let you drive the car. You let me borrow yours until my car is fixed. But it's your Christmas present. So she's driving around in a black sedan now, and I'm just driving around in her car. So again, I just wanted to let you know that, hey, that's God for you. That was just crazy. I did not expect that. In the midst of all that turmoil, the haves and the have-nots rears its head into my life. So I hope you all guys understand. And I will let you know that I got off work, about an hour ago. So I'm recording this video, and then I have 2 more I'm recording tonight. Just be aware the next video I will be doing is actually, I wouldn't say controversial, but let me know in the comment section. I might start doing this more often, like telling you what my next video is going to be at the ending of the one I'm recording, now, of course. The next video I'm going to be doing is called, Is Veronica Too Much for the Haves and the Have-Nots? I mean, that's a working title. I might change it, but that video will have to do about Veronica Harrington and if her character is too good for the show, and if that's either a good thing or a bad thing that Tyler Perry made her so popular. So again, be on the lookout because that's going to be my next video. So again, just keep me in your prayers if you can. I mean, I'm not physically hurt at all, and I wasn't afraid to get behind the wheel again, when I was driving after the accident. But it's just one of those things where it's like you think about what could have happened, but you're happy that God stepped in when he did. So just keep me up in strength if you can, and I'll talk to you in the next video, guys.